Hi everybody, welcome back to Photo Alex, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about Siem Reap. I came to Siem Reap the first time 3.5 years ago, so this isn't my first visit to Siem Reap. Came with my wife Amy and we did the usual touristy things. We spent a lot of time in Angkor Wat and it's an amazing place, absolutely incredible. You must go visit it. We traveled around all the temples here, we traipsed up and down the temples, we explored throughout the temples. We had a wonderful time, really, really good. But here I am 3.5 years later, and Siem Reap is not the same as I remember it. And it's not a long time, 3.5 years. So I could imagine those people who were fortunate enough to come here maybe 10 or 15 years ago when Angkor Wat was a very new attraction. It must be an incredible difference compared to then. But now, here we are, 3.5 years later. What I notice is so much more construction. For example, the hotel we stayed in before, a little boutique hotel, really nice place. I went to find it yesterday and I went walking around the area and it's so different. I mean, there's so much new construction. I couldn't find the hotel. It's either been bulldozed or been so redecorated and it's either been so redecorated to the point that it's unrecognizable. And I can't imagine they would have just destroyed it because it was a great little hotel. Anyway, so that's one of the things I noticed. Many, many more tourists than used to be here. Many more Asian tourists. In the last 2 years, apparently there's been a 90% increase in Chinese tourists to this area. So there are a lot of hotels and restaurants now catering purely for the Chinese tourists. So you get coach loads of Chinese arrive. They go into next to the hotel that I'm staying in, there's a big restaurant and they serve only Chinese food. They do three different sittings a day, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And the coaches, 4 or 5 at a time, arrive, they all pile in there, have their meal, get back on the coach, go out and do something else, and then they come back again for lunch, and they come back again at night for their evening meal, and that's it. And that's all that restaurant does. And there are many places like that, catering like that for the Chinese tourists. So the amount of tourists here has increased dramatically. In general, I find the place a little bit noisier, a bit more commercialized, and that's only, as I say, in 3.5 years. The tuk-tuk drivers are a bit more pushy than I remember them being before. They're not so willing to negotiate on the price. And I echo, yeah, I know it's their living, but at the same time, there are many of them, hundreds of them. So you'd think they'd be a bit more willing to bargain. Some of them are, some of them aren't. In general though, the Cambodian people, the country, great. I love the people, I find them very friendly, they're always smiling, willing to do anything they can to make your stay more pleasurable. The hotel staff here are great. So in general, definitely come to see Siem Reap, come to Angkor Wat, but come as soon as you can, because the sooner you come, the better experience you're going to have, because I think in another 5 or 10 years this place is going to be so overrun with tourists, it's not going to be a pleasant experience. Already, if you go to see the sunrise at Angkor Wat in the morning, you're going to be 10 people deep standing there in line waiting to see this sunrise, which if you're lucky you'll get it. If you're not, you're going to get a grey overcast day. So yeah, so come as soon as you can. Siem Reap, still worth visiting, but it's changed a lot. That's my take on Siem Reap so far. Anyway, as I say, if you haven't been here before, please consider subscribing, hit that notification bell so you get notified of our new posts. Leave us questions and comments. I'd love to hear from other people who've been here before, maybe more recently or in the past, and have noticed the changes, and I'd like to hear what they think about the differences, okay? So anyway, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.